If I know they were bad for me, why can't I move on? If I know they were a terrible person to me, and they did things to me that negatively impacted my life for a long time, why can't I just forget about them? Everybody told me that I should just believe that I deserved better, that I dodged a bullet. And whether or not that's true, believing it didn't work for me. It was very hard to believe because I had a lot of strong feelings for this person. And no matter how hard I tried to convince myself that I could do better, and true or not, I just couldn't. I couldn't get over it. I couldn't stop caring. But as time went on, it's been a while now, and I would say I don't care now. I've gotten over it. I do not care about this topic. The thing that worked for me wasn't just trying to convince myself that I could do better, right? Even if it's true, that didn't work. And it wasn't trying to convince myself that this was just a bad match. It wasn't talking to people. It honestly wasn't anything traditionally healthy, right? Or at least some people might not call it healthy, but it did work. And personally, I like things that work more than I care about things being healthy. So this is, in my opinion, how to get over someone who hurt you. So if you stay in the same place, right? And I mean physical place, I mean mental place, I mean life place. As you were when you were around them, it's going to be, when you were with them, it's going to be harder to get over them. It just is. Because you're going to see things and you're going to have cues that remind you of the person. For example, if I always come to this spot with a given person, when I come to the spot, I'm going to think about that person. I filmed a video down there. I was stuck in quicksand. And when I was walking here just now, I thought about my friends, Melanie and Nick, which are the people who helped me film that video. Now, I really like Melanie and Nick, so it's not a bad memory, but it's an association, right? Here, I think about that video, I think about those people. And so, physical place is one of them, but life place is an even bigger one. They're both the same. But for example, when I was with a person or a situation, I don't want to disclose too much, but when I was in a situation that this video is about, right, someone who hurt me that I couldn't get over for a while, I wasn't working insanely hard. I was working really hard, but I wasn't working insanely hard, and I wasn't that good at what I was doing, which is the videos. I'm not saying I'm good now, but I was worse then. It was a while ago. And that was just where I was at in life. I was new to this thing, right? And I wasn't making any money. I wasn't really having any results. But over time, right after this happened, and I just got super focused on this one thing, which was the making videos for me. It's building the brand for me. I like that. It can be whatever you want, or really just whatever you don't not want. Is a lot easier to pick, right? Because there's a lot of things we don't want. I don't know what we want, but there's things we hate, and just do the other. But after seriously applying myself to that for a really long time, I did stop caring, right? That's where I am now. It's not even like I have a hatred or I have an anger towards this person, or I feel nothing. Like I'm completely indifferent to it. I honestly understand. I think I understand their side more. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying it was right, but I can empathize. You know, I think because I'm removed from the situation for 3 reasons. 1, time. Undeniable. Time helps. 2, physical place. I moved many times. 3, life position. And there's a quote that I think sums this up very well, which is, success is the only revenge. This is Hormozy. But it's like the people who you hate, they're never going to think about you. You know what I mean? And if they do, they're probably losers. And, well, I mean, or I'm one right now because I'm making this video about a current situation, but I don't hate that. I have no feelings towards that person, and I would assume they feel the same way, because it's like it's been so long. So if we feel nothing about these people, I would say that's moving on. I would say that's the ultimate phase of moving on. But the reason I feel nothing isn't because I tried to convince myself that I deserve better or any of this, frankly, bullshit. It's because, at least for me and what I want, and like for my goals, I have made relatively my success, how I define it, so big and undeniable that failure has completely shrunken into irrelevance for my life. Right? It's so small I don't even think about it except for when I'm trying to come up with video ideas. And at this point it's become a tool more so than a weight. You know what I mean? And so what I'm getting at and I will make it concise. This is my final point, or rather a summary of my point. To get over someone you hate, or someone who did something bad to you, if you can't get over them, just become so undeniably great that they shrink into irrelevance. Because the opposite of love is not hate. In fact, love and hate are neighbors. But indifference is the true opposite. Reptilian indifference. Thank you very much for listening, and have a wonderful rest of your day.